The story of Eragon is a very epic story, and so we wanted to have a soundtrack to really match that. We were going to be touching on a lot of really cool heroic themes in the game. There's a large progression in terms of Eragon's growth, his hero's path. So we really wanted the music to capture that.
The plan all along for Eragon the game was AAA. And how do you do AAA? You get a top-notch orchestra to do AAA.
Music libraries and sample libraries and electronic music composition has come a long way and sounds fantastic, but you mock up these pieces and you put all sorts of time and effort into making them sound as grand and as full of life as you can, but as soon as you put it in front of a real orchestra and that first note hits and the bows strike and the horns go, there's no comparison.
They secured some of the best movie musicians in Hollywood to do the session for the game.
I think they're peaking out at mezzo forte. We can bring them all up to forte.
Trombones 17 and 19, trombones 1 and 2. Mark those little hits there at mezzo forte. That can be at mezzo instead.
There's the flutes and the more rustic percussive elements and things early on. It ends up blowing out into huge orchestral pieces later that really sort of have this sense of scope.
This sounded like it was a movie piece, and just to hear how warm and full the sound was, you can't beat it. You cannot beat an orchestral recording of a soundtrack.
Every element of the experience was just absolutely professional, to every cast member, from the players to the studio crew to the contractors to the arranger. Everybody was right there to help you. Everybody was right there doing their job, and everybody did their jobs perfectly. It was a wonderful experience. The musicians were enthusiastic about the music they were performing. We actually at one point had a musician come in and we did a take, and he came up out of his seat and he came into the studio and he was like, "We can dig in. Do you want us to dig in? You know, we can play it a little bit harder if you want." And we're like, "Well, I don't want to tire you out, but if you got it, go right ahead." They're like, "Okay, all right, I'll go out there and I'll tell them we're gonna give it a little bit more." It's like, great, you know, that was that kind of thing. You know, it's going above and beyond what you expect. So
it was nice that we were able to have a sort of relaxed and really enthusiastic and fun atmosphere at the sessions. I think really counted for a lot.
Imagine a grown man doing this.
It's fun. It's big, adventurous video game music. You know, it's fun to hear, and apparently it was fun to play.
Fun to play, yeah.